What do you think?
I think the cat should go outside.
Right, but this is old cat. It may not have been their cat.
You know, they didn't specify whether it was an old cat or whether the urine was old, but it does say old cat.
Old cat urine.
We didn't differentiate between old cat and young cat.
Right.
Good morning. I'm Ted Cook with Really Cheap Floors, and the goofy-looking individual to my left is my brother Jason. We're excited this morning. Aren't we excited?
Yeah, we're ready to go.
Yeah, we're ready to go. We've got a new list of podcast questions, and we're going to get started. Okay, Jason, this first customer asked, I was told that laminate flooring can easily last 10 years, but hardwood flooring could last up to a lifetime. Is that true?
It is true. Laminates can last a long time. They ain't as popular as they were. You know, when they first come out, they were the hot item. Now, it's went to the LVP, the luxury vinyl plank. But as far as wood lasting a lifetime, wood can last a lifetime. It's all in how you keep your house, you know. If you ain't got a house full of grandkids coming through or kids coming through every day and, you know, just protect it well, it can last you a lifetime.
Right. I think that when laminate came out, it gained popularity very quickly because it was a floating floor. It was a do-it-yourself product. You just snapped it together. It had some shortcomings just like anything else, but it was a good product. It's still a good product. It's a little expensive. LVP sort of took what laminate did and improved on it. It's a harder, more scratch-resistant, more dent-resistant product. Waterproof. That was a big problem with laminate, man. It would blow up. Yeah. So yeah, but hardwood will last a lifetime. It will. It still costs a little more to put down. If it's a solid, it reacts to moisture, and engineered not so much. But it can last a lifetime at home. All right, this question's for me. It says Lumber Liquidators engineered Bellawood first quality red oak is $5.59 per square, but your first quality engineered oak plank red oak is $4.49. Why $1 cheaper? Is the quality lower? I can honestly say that our first quality engineered is higher quality than anybody in the country. It's a really well constructed product. All of our engineered floors, the first qualities, are made in the United States. That's a big deal because most engineered floors are not. Another thing is ours is an 8-ply, half-inch floor with a hardwood core. When you look at whether it's Lumber Liquidators, whether it's Home Depot, whether it's Lowe's, you start looking, almost all their half-inch floors are a 3 or 5-inch ply. Frankly, it's because it's cheaper to make. 8 plies cost more than 5. But 8 plies inherently will give you more stability than the lower number of plies, so your floors last longer. I like our floors, our engineered floors. Next question is, does luxury vinyl tile feel or look cheaper than luxury vinyl plank? I like the textured plank in my living room, but I wonder if the smooth LVT will look like a cheap, shiny vinyl. You know, we typically stay away from opinions unless it's, you know, something that we're really good at and, you know, a professional opinion. This isn't really something I know a whole lot about. I would say that a LVT doesn't look cheap with the texture and stuff on it, but in all fairness, I think if you put an LVT up against an LVP, I think it would look cheap. What do you think?
Well, I think it's like with any of it. Some of the LVP looks much cheaper than, you know, there are better grades in everything.
You could put a really good LVP up against our 7 Series and it's going to look cheap because our 7 Series is so awesome.
But there's also some of these LVTs out there that look just like ceramic tile.
Right.
So it's really an opinion question.
And it's about the product that you buy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sorry about not answering that any better than that, but we do strive most of the time to tell the truth. I do. He's a little shady.
We try.
All right, Jason, here's a question for you. Can water seep through luxury vinyl tile? Or is the click lock on LVT about as reliable as LVP's installation connection?
Same locking system. Water ain't going to seep through the locking system on LVT just like it
Excuse me, on the ones that have a moisture warranty, a water warranty. All of them don't, okay?
Right. But
all of ours do.
Yeah. But any of the click locks that are waterproof, water will not seep through them. The only way it can get through is if it goes around the walls and goes under that.
Yeah,
way.
and when you read our water warranty, our waterproof warranties from Cortec and from Shaw, they do exclude, if you get flooded and water goes around the edge, they can't stop that. Okay, I want engineered hardwood, but the floor will change color differently under my furniture in the living room than the rest of the floor. In 5 to 10 years, will the color vary strikingly under the furniture? Yes, it will. And it won't take 5 or 10 years, it'll take 30 to 60 days. What we do encourage, it depends on the species, it depends on the stain. A floor like a walnut or a hickory or a maple will patina more than an oak floor, but even an oak floor does it. Stained floors do it less, but some. The secret is when you buy a new hardwood floor, do not put a rug down for the first 60 to 90 days. No rugs. Okay, I know they look good, I know they're soft, but your floor is going to do the vast majority of its changing of colors in the first 90 days. Honestly, would you say it does more than 90 days than does the next 5 years?
Yeah, and I think with this question, I think it's more, rugs are going to do more than just where your furniture sitting, because there is some light gets under the furniture.
It depends on how much you use your drapes.
Right.
But if you'll move that couch around just 6 inches each direction every couple of weeks, it will minimize the line of demarcation, like that, between what's patinaed and what has not, and I think you'll be fine with it. All right, Jason, how much does it cost to refinish hardwood floors on average? It seems like it can cost just as much as buying a new floor.
In a lot of cases, it can cost more than buying a new floor. On average, I would say it goes from $2 a square foot and up. Can get up to, in some places, $3, $4, $5 a square foot.
That's not counting moving furniture,
buying
the finish. Yeah,
I'm just, just coming in, sanding and refinishing. $2 and up, which a lot of times, you can buy cabin grade solid for under $2, but you got to take up your old floor. So,
but will a $2 refinish offer an aluminum oxide wear layer like a?
No.
All of your pre-finished floors are going to have aluminum oxide.
Yeah. So, a lot of times it can be cheaper, and to get a better floor, just replacing it.
Yeah, and we don't refinish floors, so we want you to buy a new floor. It's very important. Let's see, why do engineered hardwood floors have so many layers compared to solid? Okay, we touched on this earlier. The difference between an engineered and a solid is, solid, of course, is carved from one piece of wood, and an engineered is made up of layers. The reason we have engineered floors is to take advantage of the shortcomings of a solid. We can't use real wide solid boards. We can't use solid really on concrete. We can, but you don't want to. We can't put solid in homes that have moisture issues or that don't have air conditioning. So with that in mind, the strength of an engineered floor is its stability. It's stability when faced with moisture. It's stability when faced with direct sunlight. So the more plies that an engineered floor has, the more stable it is, okay? So if you're buying an engineered floor because of its stability, you have to determine how much stability do you need. Better floor has more stability. Jason, now here's a tough one. How do I remove old cat urine from hardwood floors? Is it possible to remove these dark stains?
No. What it is, urine, water, whatever, as it goes in the wood, it just keeps going further and further down, turning it black from top to bottom. Usually you can't sand it enough to get it out. Plus, cat urine has a pretty bad odor. The best way, I would suggest cut the board out, put a new board in. If you don't have the same thing, try to stain it to match, or you wind up having to refinish the whole floor. What do you think?
I think the cat should go outside.
Right, but this is old cat. It may not have been their cat.
They didn't specify whether it was an old cat or whether the urine was old, but it does say old cat.
Old cat urine.
We didn't differentiate between old cat and young cat.
Right.
Maybe the next podcast we can.
But I would cut the board out because you can't get the smell out.
Okay, does Somerset flooring product have any disadvantages? It seems like it's the holy grail of hardwood. Well, disadvantages. I'm trying to think of some. It's not coming to me. Yes, right now it's really hard to get. There's a little bit of shortage in hardwood out there right now, in hardwood flooring. Of course, coming from retailers and manufacturers, the next line is, so we're going to have a price increase. That tends to be what happens. But you have to remember that hardwood flooring is, or any kind of hardwood is a commodity, so prices do go up and down. They seem to go up more than they go down. Somerset Hardwood Flooring is honestly, as far as the engineered, it's the finest made engineered floor in the country. 8 plies, half-inch thick, big top layer, 8 plies of hardwood core. When you hold a square foot or a foot board, a 1 foot long board of Somerset engineered in one hand, and anyone else is on the market in the other hand, why is there such a weight difference? It's because of the components that are in there. All hardwood cores, just a well-constructed floor. Solid, is their solid any better than anybody else's? It is, but it's all in the grading, not the construction. God makes wood, okay? No manufacturer makes any hardwood. God makes wood, and then the manufacturer turns it into a piece of flooring. And what Somerset does that they are very, very good at, and if you want to know more about this, that would have to be a separate, I think we have one blog about Somerset Hardwood Flooring. Read it, it's a great one. Somerset makes about 5 different grades of wood. Now, why would they do that? They do that because their select floor is cleaner than everybody else's. Well, the way they do that is by taking out boards that don't fit the select mold. Well, they go down into a different grade. And what doesn't fit that mold goes into another grade. Some manufacturers don't do that. They'll divide into 2 grades. The top one might go to retail and the lower one might go to a box store or something. But when a manufacturer, the more grades they have and the more specific they can be about what goes in each box, the cleaner product that they can offer their customers. And that's why when I say their solid is the best, I just mean it's consistently the cleanest product in the market. Even our cabin, we had that conversation in our directors meeting this morning. Our cabin grade wood is the cleanest cabin grade in the country. And I'll argue that with anybody because I know a lot about cabin. I sell more cabin, or we as a company sell more cabin grade wood than any other retailer in the United States. We know cabin, and ours is the best. Okay, that's probably enough on that, wasn't it? But I just answered the question. All right, and last, Jason, how do we fix peeling polyurethane on hardwood flooring?
You can't fix peeling.
You can't glue it back down?
No, you can't glue it back down. The only way, if your poly's peeling off, the only way to fix it is to resand the whole floor, start from scratch.
And what causes, just a side note, what would cause poly to peel?
Don't know, unless you've had too much moisture or some water damage in there and it's got under and made it start bubbling up. It's hard to say without seeing.
And how long's it been since it's been
right.
down? You've had got a hold of some bad poly in the past that peeled immediately.
Yeah.
But, okay, no, you can't fix it.
No.
Guys, that's the end of this podcast. We're going to take a break, maybe drink a Mountain Dew, have a good time, and we look forward to doing this again next week. Thanks.